Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. In the fight against crime, law enforcement officials are aided in apprehending the lawless through knowledge of typical criminal behavior. This is known as MO, or modus operandi. Occasionally, officials encounter a crime committed in a new manner, or in a variation of an old method. In early September, a truck driver named Buzz Larkin was putting into effect Phase 1 of what he and his accomplices hoped would be a successful crime. The deliberately flattened spare tire was intended to serve later as evidence of the truth of certain statements. The objective of the elaborate plot was the payroll of the German manufacturing company.
You're late. We're about closed. Had a flat.
Go ahead.
Hey, Bud! Hold it just a minute, will you? Where you been? I've been waiting for you for over an hour.
I had a flat.
Sure.
I did. Come on, I'll show you.
Never mind.
Well, let's get your stuff aboard. I've got to roll.
Are you kidding? I can't load that shipment tonight, Buzz. My crew's gone home. You'll have to come back.
Now, wait a minute.
It's not my fault you had a flat. Go stay at a motel.
And leave this rig and cargo out all night? I got a lot of expensive things on that truck. I leave that out and somebody will steal me blind.
All right, you can leave the truck here. The plant's locked and there's 2 watchmen on duty all night. Hey, I got an extra bed to my place. You can stay there if you want to, okay?
Well, I guess I've got no choice. I'm going to pull this rig around the corner and get it out of the way.
Okay.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Charlie.
Pretty soft. Wish all I had to do was sit in a nice, warm office and watch a nice, quiet safe all night.
Well, at least I'll be watching. You'll be sleeping.
Time passed slowly until 5:30 a.m., the hour the criminals had set to strike.
Time to go. We're going through that window right over there. It leads into a storeroom alongside the payroll office. I'll go first and take care of the watch.
How about that guy on the gate?
Oh, don't worry about him. He's eating out.
You're right.
Listen, when I worked here, I made a point to find it out.
You're so cocksure. Why do you need that?
Listen, that safe's going to be fat tonight. I want to make sure we get all of it.
And I'd like to see us crash that gate and make tracks.
Yeah, sure. We wouldn't get 5 miles. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get it and come right back here, get back in these boxes. We'll stay here till that kid brother of yours comes and drives us out. Right under their noses. Understand? Come on. Let's go.
Why'd you have to hit him so hard?
Go on, you get busy on the safe. I'll check the guard on the gate.
Got it.
Good work, Whitey.
That's it.
Let's go.
An hour passed before the crime was discovered. The report reached Highway Patrol headquarters at 7:10 a.m.
I'm Charlie Phelps, watchman here. The patrolman's inside with Tom.
Who's Tom?
Tom Harrison, the other watchman that got hit. He's pretty bad off, I'm afraid.
Tell me, what happened?
I don't know. I can't understand it.
Are you the one who reported it?
When Tom didn't come out at his usual time this morning, I finally got curious, and that's when I discovered it.
And you don't know what time it happened?
No, sir. He was okay at 3 a.m. That's the last time we checked.
And you didn't see anything strange or unusual around here, huh?
Not a thing. Nobody came in or went out. I'm sure of that.
Well, we're sure somebody slugged Harrison and robbed the safe. Did you send for the ambulance?
Yes, sir. And Mr. Jarman, too. Ought to be here any minute.
Right, I'm going inside. Where is it?
Just parked there. It's at that corner building.
Boy, somebody was vicious, or a jittery amateur. Well, I don't get this. Everything in order except the cash box. This guy was real sharp.
Did you talk to the guard on the gate?
Yeah, I sure did.
His story sounds fishy.
Yeah, there's something fishy around here. Take a look over there. Caught him right in the middle of eating. There's the ambulance. I'll send a man along with him. You stay here. $21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters, by.
On the Jarman Company job. Get a crime lab expert out here as soon as possible. 10-4?
10-4.
What do you think they'll find out, Mr. Matthews?
A trademark, I hope. Sometimes the experts can tell a safecracker by his work better than they can by mugshots.
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, give me a list of all the people that ever worked here. When Mr. Jarman gets here, let me know. I'm going to check the grounds.
Yes, sir. I sure will. Mr. Matthews, Mr. Jarman's here. He's getting those employee records you wanted.
Oh, fine, thanks. Well, say, tell me, what time do you watchmen eat?
Midnight, then we take a sort of break, you might say, at 5:30.
Well, that's when it happened.
But it's light then.
Yeah.
Mr. Matthews, I realize this looks pretty bad for me, but I was on the job last night. All night, that's the truth.
I don't doubt it, because if you're lying, you tell me a more believable story.
What beats me is how could anyone get into these grounds and out again?
By squeezing a little. I know guys that would squeeze an awful lot to get into that safe. Anything interesting?
Not so far. Mr. Jarman said there was over 27,000 bucks in that safe.
This place was cased real good.
Morning, Frank, fellas.
What's going on, Charlie? What are the cops doing here?
Somebody broke in last night and cleaned out the safe.
No kidding. Did you catch him?
Got away without a trace.
Well, what do you know?
The man from the lab was here, and Mr. Jarman's pulling out the cards on the past employees.
All right, see if you can hurry him up. Oh, and get me a list of all the people who come into this place. Salesmen, maintenance men, truck drivers, the whole thing. I want it right away.
Right.
Hey, Frank! Why can't you do something about getting my truck loaded? Look at the time. I've got to get rolling. Look, you see all the confusion around here this morning. Cops all over the place to asking questions. Everybody up in the air. I'll take care of it as soon as I can.
$21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters, by?
Run a make on the following names. They work for the Jarman company long enough to get to know the routine. Leo Kimball, Dorothy Long, Jim Stone.
Well, you're loaded. Happy now? Yeah. Think those cops will let me out? Oh, I'll take care of it.
Get back to me as soon as you can.
10-4. Say, is it all right to let that truck go through? He's behind schedule, and it's my fault. I couldn't load him last night. I made him lay over till today. And with all the confusion around here this morning, why...
Yeah, that's okay.
Say, Mr. Matthews, I've been figuring, do you think there's any possibility that whoever did this could be hiding somewhere here at the plant?
Anything's a possibility.
Well, they got by me coming in, but I'd just like to see them try and get by me going out.
Man, I'm not telling you I was sweating when that cop was right outside.
Yeah, you worry too much.
I got a reason to. I know what it's like. I've been caught and sat up twice.
That's because you didn't have a smart partner like me calling the shots for you. You got no imagination, Whitey. You and that kid brother of yours stick with me and we'll go a long, long way. Hey, Bud, take it easy. We don't want to get any speeding tickets.
He's somewhere in that file. This job is too well organized to be completely outside.
Yeah, but not a single one of them has a record. Officer Morrison. Yeah, put him on. Hello, Doctor. Yeah? He's going to be all right. He said there were two of them.
Still say you didn't have to hit that watchman so hard.
Oh, stop harping on him, will you? You make me nervous.
Oh, what if he dies?
So he dies. I'm not gonna catch up with him. They can't.
Boy, someday you're going to do a stretch, Jim, and then you'll know what it's like. It would be so cocksure.
Look, Whitey, I'll spell it out for you. I work for the Jarman company, but I haven't got a record. You got a record, but there's no way to connect you with the company. And Buzz, he's just doing his job. Now, we're in the clear, so unwind, will ya?
We're not in the clear till we get to the farm, unload these crates, and buzz us back on the highway. We can get to that side road.
$21.50 to headquarters.
Headquarters, by?
Lab man took samples about 45 minutes ago. Check for results. Call me back. 10-4.
10? Hold it. He just came in. Stand by. He says that it looks like the work of any one of 5 known safecrackers. If you can give him a couple of 3 more hours, he may be able to narrow it down for you.
He'll be out of the country by then. Let me have the names.
Well, he says they're just good guesses at this point, but it could be Nathan Jackson, Robert Keno, Whitey Larkin, Paul the Finger Ziegler, and Myron Walsh.
Stand by. What do you got?
That name Larkin was on one of these lists I got from the foreman. Yeah, here it is. Buzz Larkin, truck driver.
Have you pulled the file on those names yet?
I have them right here.
Check Whitey Larkin. See if there's a reference to Buzz Larkin. Call me back. 10-4?
10-4.
It's a long shot.
Sometimes they pay off.
Headquarters at 2150.
2150 by.
There is a reference. Buzz Larkin is Whitey's kid brother.
That's it. 10-4.
10-4.
Hey, Foreman,
Yeah?
that truck driver that left here a while back, was he Buzz Larkin?
Yeah, why?
Where was he headed?
Well, our shipment was going to Pineville.
And all the cargo on that truck didn't belong to the Jarman Company.
No, only what we put on this morning. He was carrying a half a load when he come in last night. But look, you don't think he was mixed up in the robbery, do you?
Up to his ears.
Well, that can't be. He spent the whole night at my place.
There were 2 crates on that truck, big enough to hold a man.
Now, wait a minute.
Look, it's nothing personal. Remember me? I'm the guy that sent them on their way. Come on.
It's about 50 miles up to Pineville. How far do you think they've got?
20 or 30 miles if they stayed on the highway. They've done pretty well for themselves. I don't think they'd take a chance on speeding. 2150 to headquarters.
Headquarters by.
Get a girl to relieve you. Then get a car. Patrol south from Pineville on 44. Try and pick up the following truck. Here it is. It's a 5-ton stake job. Gray cabin. License George 51446. I repeat, George 51446. There are 3 men in it. They're probably armed. Don't try and do anything yourself. Just keep them under surveillance and call me. 10-4?
10-4.
Here you are, boys. Safe and sound. How about a little COD?
You're not better than that.
Well, don't I even get a look?
You'll get a good look 10 days from now when you quit your job and bring the cars back. Okay, help me get these crates down there out of sight.
No, Bud. You leave those crates alone. We'll take care of them. You get that truck out of here. And don't get itchy and come back before the 10 days are up either. I'm going to take this in the house. I'll be back in a minute.
I figure these 2 are our best bets. We'll cover these first. You take this one. I'll take the one we passed about a mile back. I'll radio for other cars to patrol the highway. Let's go.
You go on to Pineville and make your deliveries like nothing happened, like we planned.
Okay, Whitey.
Once you're on the highway, there's no way they can touch us. Remember that.
Look. .2150 to 2114. We spotted the truck on our side road. Meet us. 10-4?
10-4.
All right, come on, get out. What is this? What's the trouble, officer?
Turn around, lean up against there.
Drop part of your load.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you doing on the back road with a rig like this?
Why, I got sleepy. I don't like to stay on the road when I'm punchy, so I pulled off here and grabbed a nap.
8 hours sleep last night wasn't enough for you. Where's your brother?
My brother?
Yeah, that's right, Whitey.
Oh, he's up in Canada somewhere, I guess. I don't know. I never hear from him. He's a bum, a jailbird.
You were trying to follow in his footsteps. Where'd you drop him off?
Who?
Whitey and his playmate.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I haven't got time to play games. Take care of him.
You like that?
Yeah. They're up that road someplace.
Well, that road dead ends up in the hills. If they're going to come out, they got to come out this way.
Let's take a look.
Stone.
Cops, out in front.
Now, look, put that gun away. They may be just looking around. We don't want to shoot a cop.
That's all right for you to say, but I'm a two-time loser. You take the upstairs window, I'll take the down. If they make one false move, shoot. Now, come on, let's go.
Gotta be it. The blankets are still there.
And we're out in the open like clay pigeons. Follow me. Now, this place is deserted. Let's go.
Well, they've gone. They're probably just looking around.
Let's get those crates out of here before they decide to come back.
Okay. All right, drop it.
Put your hands on your head. Turn around. Okay, put your hands behind your back.
That Trojan horse switch of yours was pretty sharp.
What are you talking about?
It's something I read about in a book once.
I don't get much chance to read.
You will. I'll call an ambulance. See the Highway Patrol in action again next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross, not on the highway. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. Burglary is the alley cat of crime, wandering the night in search of prey. The Highway Patrol wages constant war against the common housebreaker, not only to protect the property of private citizens, but their lives as well. Experienced officers know that no matter how carefully a crime is planned, things go wrong. And all too often, the result is far worse, far more terrifying than burglary.
Where is it? What's the address?
1541 Camellia.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You call Ken. I'll be right there.
Hi, Ken. This is Lockwood. There's been a stabbing at 1541 Camellia. You're supposed to join Matthews right away.
Is that better, Mommy? Is that...
Front door. Let them in, darling. Billy, be brave. Oh.
Quick, mister, my mom and dad in there.
Finally did it.
Did what?
Sent me to a house full of people and a kid.
Marty, what are you talking about? Those people were off on vacation. I checked it.
Sure. The kid woke up, the guy woke up, his wife woke up. I had to get rough.
Marty.
What?
Marty, you didn't hurt anyone. Oh, but Marty, you said it would never come to that. You said it would always be clean and neat and nobody would get hurt.
Oh, look, don't blame me. You're the one who fouled up the detail. For a whole month I've been waiting for this setup. And what do I get? Nothing. Not even a watch.
Sorry, Marty.
Oh, sorry.
But Marty, it wasn't my fault. After all, people come home early from vacations. You know that. It had to happen sooner or later.
All right. But the next setup has got to be it, understand?
The next? But you can't. The police will be looking all over for you. We gotta go somewhere.
I've got to go somewhere. But I can't travel now and pay later. I need cash. I might have to hold up for a couple of years.
Marty. Marty, you don't mean without me, do you?
Just at first. Can't take any chances. I'll get settled and then I'll send for you.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Don't look like that. I wouldn't run out on you. I couldn't. You know that. Now, you get with it. Find me a big house in a fancy neighborhood with lots of mink coats in the closets, okay?
Oh, Marty, why can't we unload that big diamond ring you picked up last week, huh?
Oh, you kidding? The fences don't want that piece of junk. Now, get going.
I'll be back later.
Okay. Attaboy, Billy.
Mom told me to be brave. I tried, but I'm scared.
You're scared? Look, I'm a policeman. I'm supposed to be brave. I'm scared all the time.
You are?
Yeah, sure am. Do you know what bravery is? It's a man who's scared, but still does what he has to do. Do you understand what I mean?
I think so.
All right, Billy, why don't you try it?
How?
Tell me about the man who was here.
What about him?
Billy. Was he taller than I am?
I don't know.
Did he come to here? To here?
I don't remember.
All right, did you notice anything else? Did he have a mustache? Did he wear glasses?
He was very old,
Very old.
like you and my dad.
Oh, very old like you and your dad.
I
Thanks,
gotta
Doc.
find something.
Let's take a look.
Were you and your folks on a trip somewhere?
The mountains, but we had to come back last night. Mr. Macer got sick.
Well, who's Mr. Mazer?
The man who works in my dad's store.
Guess they came home too late, went right to bed without unpacking. You know, it could be the burglar wasn't expecting to find anybody here. I bet he's that vacation burglar we've been looking for. If he is, he's a lot more dangerous than we thought. And we don't even know what he looks like. No one's ever seen him.
No one? Billy has.
Fearing that the man known as the vacation burglar would kill again to avoid capture, the Highway Patrol concentrated on its only source of information, a bewildered, frightened boy only 8 years old.
Now, come on, Billy, let's go, huh? Just from here on. He's going to be the house to take care of you. Now, come here, will you?
How's my mother?
Your mother's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, tell me one thing, will you? The guy was wearing a blue shirt, right?
I think so.
What about his pants? Were they blue jeans, gray, slacks, what? What was he wearing?
I don't know.
All right, then let's start from the top. What about his hair? Was he bald? He had blonde hair, white hair, what? Gray hair, anything?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. What? Oh, I see what you mean. All right, now look. I want you to go through these for me. These are not comic books. See if you can find the guy we're looking for, will you?
Okay, Billy, sit down here. I'll look it over real good. Take your time.
Here's an additional on the APB. Get it out.
Talk to the hospital. The boy's mother is still unconscious. She took a hard, nasty blow in the head.
What are her chances?
Doc says fair, but you won't be able to talk to her for several days.
Okay, thanks.
Headquarters to all units. Headquarters to all units. More on that last APB.
Billy, just check with the hospital. Your mother's in good shape. You got nothing to worry about.
When can I see her?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll promise you this. Tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, come on. Keep looking. What about the vacation burglar?
But, Mark, I have a much better way of raising some cash.
Oh.
Selling some of the stuff we've already got. You know, like that big diamond ring, for instance. Now, look, I know I could find some sucker who wouldn't know it was a bad stone.
Oh.
Advertise?
Are you kidding?
No. As a matter of fact, I went out this morning and put up some notices on the market bulletin boards. Oh, now, look, Marty, take it easy. I gave them my phone number and no address. I'll take the ring to the customers. There won't be any trouble.
I still want to set up. I'd like to have at least $5 grand more than I've got.
$5 grand?
Won't be cheap. Sending for you and living it up the way we want to.
Well, as long as you put it that way. Okay. Marty, do you have to have the gun?
Yeah, I might.
How you doing, Billy?
Good.
Just the one right here?
No. But I remember one thing.
What is it?
His hands smell like my electric train.
Smell like what?
My electric train.
Electric trains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you keep looking, huh? Oh, what do you got?
Well, I found 2 diamond rings advertised, a mink coat, 4 wristwatches. I checked them out. They're all on a level.
It's got to be going through a fence.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let me see. Diamond and ruby ring. Star sapphire, diamond bracelet. 6 burglars. We haven't got a lead.
Say, what about those bulletin boards?
What bulletin boards?
Yeah, the ones in the markets. They're plastered with ads. Sometimes you see some real good bargains.
Oh, I know the ones you mean. Rooms to rent, cars for sale. Come on, let's check them, huh?
While the Highway Patrol searched frantically for an opening in the case, the planning of a new burglary was in progress. Posing as a door-to-door saleswoman, Blanche Hudson invaded a neighborhood where she knew there would be, as her partner had put it, plenty of mink coats in the closets. The usual signs indicated that the occupants were out of town, but there was no way of telling when they might return.
All right, Billy, here's... When you wake up, there's another one.
I think you spotted on one of these circulars. Oh, fell asleep, huh?
I sure did.
What are we going to do? He's our only chance. Can't let that killer run around loose.
Weren't you a kid once? You remember?
Mr. Matthews, I think we got something. Here's a rundown of some of those market bulletin boards. The diamond ring advertised a market on River Road. The same one advertised a market on Maple Avenue. And again, a market at 5 Points. The description matches this one here on the stolen property list.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You know, they all have the same phone number. Let's check them out, huh? His aunt should be home by now. All right, wake him up and take him home.
Billy? Come on, you can go home now.
I guess I got sleepy.
That's a gross understatement. I want to say you've been a great help.
Mr. Matthews, was I brave enough?
Braver than we are, believe me. Can I come and see you tomorrow?
Okay.
Right.
Come on, let's go.
Hello?
Hello. You're the person advertised about that diamond ring?
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I'm Harvey Simmons. I'm very interested. I'd like to get it for my wife. What are you asking for it?
$750. It's a perfect blue-white stone. You see, it belonged to my mother. She died recently, and, well, frankly, I need the money.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your mother, but $750, that seems like a lot of money. Look, give me your address. I'll have my wife come over and take a look at it.
Oh, well, that won't be necessary. I'll bring the ring over to her house.
Well, Mr. Simmons is out shopping today. It's going to be much easier to go to your house.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be out all day myself. Perhaps I could meet her somewhere.
Suggest someplace.
Well, how about the corner of Cochran and Loring at 2 o'clock?
Loring and Cochran, 2 o'clock? Right, I'll tell her.
Fine. By the way, my name's Miss Hudson, and I'll be driving a red convertible with the top down.
A red convertible with a top down.
Incidentally, what'd you say your name was again?
I told you, Harvey Simmons.
Fine. Well, thanks for calling, Mr. Simmons.
I thank you very much.
Policewoman Parker's available. Should I get her for your wife?
As fast as you can. There she is. Take it easy now.
Anything special other than you've told me?
No. Good luck.
Miss Hudson? Yes?
I'm Mrs. Simmons. My husband called you this morning about the ring?
Yes, here it is.
And how much did you say you wanted for it?
$750.
It's a beautiful ring. It's just stunning. But I'm afraid that's a little higher than I want to go.
Well, you see, my mother paid $1,500 for it originally.
Well, I'll see what my husband says. And I'll get back to you.
All right. But look, don't wait too long. I've had a lot of calls about it.
Well, I'll try and phone you tonight. And thank you for showing me the ring. Bye.
Bye.
2150 to 3016. 2150 to 3016.
3016, bye.
I followed the suspect to a place called Bonded Brake Specialist. It's on Barry, 2 miles east of Highway 6. Vehicles taken out, see who comes and goes. 10-4.
10-4.
Hey, you got hit. How bad is it?
It's all right, don't worry about it.
I'll call in. 3016 headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
Suspect has been apprehended after a gunfight. Send an ambulance and coroner. Our 1020 is Berry Street, 3 blocks east of Highway 6. 10-4?
10-4.
He works in the hospital on Billy's mother.
Yeah, she's gonna be all right. 10-4?
Good. 10-4. Little Billy's mother's gonna be all right.
What am I gonna do now? He was all I had.
What's Billy Redmond going to do without his father? See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, if you care to drive, drive with care. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. The law enforcement officer's job of apprehending criminals is a difficult one. It is made even more difficult when the criminal is an intelligent craftsman, an expert at his brand of lawbreaking. Stanley Wright was such a man. His method of safecracking was thorough and sensational. The Highway Patrol, in trying to gather sufficient evidence to apprehend him, soon realized they were pitted against a strategist whose plans were thorough, whose rare ability at listening to a safe to open it left no clues, no guilt-revealing evidence.
Mr. Snyder, the owner?
I'm Ed Snyder.
Matthews, Highway Patrol.
How do you do, Mr. Matthews?
How do you do?
I don't understand it, Mr. Matthews. I opened it this morning, but the money just wasn't there. It had vanished.
You're sure it was in there?
Yes, I am. I put the day's receipts in there myself last night.
Did you close the place?
Yes, I did. I do every night.
No sign of anybody breaking in?
Not at all. Even the safe works fine. The coins and papers are still there, but all the bills are gone.
How much was in there?
About $350.
Have the lab boys check it over. I don't think you'll find very much. Anybody else know the combination?
Only my wife, but she doesn't have to steal it.
I know what you mean. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You were dead to the world, so I didn't bother you.
Didn't know you worked the early shift today.
Early shift, late shift, what's the difference? It's all just as hard work.
I hit the Snyder Market last night.
Yes, I know. Did you get any more than you did over in Durham?
No. It's a tough job, honey. Takes a lot of planning. And when we do hit it big, we want to be around to spend it.
How much longer do I have to front for you in this monkey uniform?
We gotta have some obvious means of support.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, Stanley. I just get on edge sometimes. I'm sorry.
You better get going.
Okay. Take care of yourself, honey.
Those safes haven't been punched, burned, or peeled, so there's only one other way to get into them.
Looks like one of the employees must have gotten hold of the combination.
Well, we can rule that out. Too many other jobs have happened in the same area. This guy's no amateur.
Listener's about as rare as an Eskimo in Florida. There couldn't be more than a dozen in the country. Why would one waste his time with these small jobs?
Because there are so few listeners left. The new combinations are so quiet you can hardly hear them fall into place, and the ones that have been knocked over would be a pushover for a listener.
I'll run a check, see if we can come up with anybody.
Yeah, do that right away.
I'm home, honey.
Hi.
You look tired.
That lunch hour's murder, Stanley. I have to work. I'm going to start looking for a sitting job.
Relax, it won't be long now.
You found the spot?
I think so. Take a little time. Right now we gotta buy another car.
Another car, but why?
So you can have that sitting job for the rest of your life.
Are you Stanley Wright?
Yeah, what's the matter?
We'd like you to come down to headquarters.
What for?
Just like to talk to you.
Well, I guess I don't have much choice. Is there a warrant?
No, there isn't.
Get my hat, will you, honey? Mind if I drive my own car?
No, not at all.
Stanley, you don't have to go if they don't have a warrant.
I'm on parole, remember? Don't worry, they don't have a shred of evidence. Look, you call a cab and go down and buy that other car. I'll be back in time for dinner.
Your record says you served time for safecracking in Chicago and Illinois. Right now you're out on parole.
That's right. But when I came in town, I reported as required. Why'd you pick me up? Some violation of parole procedures?
Can you account for your time last night?
I think so.
A week ago last night, were you in Durham?
Durham. Well, I haven't been in this area very long. I don't know all the towns around here. A week ago last night. Yes, I'm sure I can account for that night, too.
I suppose your wife is your witness.
Sure. Only been married a short time. Still kind of honeymooning. We're practically inseparable.
What are you living on, right? Your annuities?
No. As a matter of fact, I don't have much money. My wife works, but I'm having kind of a tough time finding a job.
What kind of a job are you looking for?
When you're next con, it's tough to be selective.
Yeah, I know.
Will that be all?
And for now.
Oh, it was very nice talking to you.
He's real cute, isn't he?
He'd be just as happy out spotting the police as he would be knocking over a safe. Have a tail put on him 24 hours a day.
And started when he walked out the door.
Check the safes in the area?
Yeah, there's 6 of them in a 25-mile radius. 5 are just like the ones who've already been hit. Small stores, old-fashioned safes, no alarms. The other's a jewelry store in Amberley. That has an ADT wire to the phone company. Not much chance to hit that one.
Let's talk to the owners.
1422 to 2150.
2150 by.
Followed suspect to his home. He's inside now.
Okay, stay with him. 10-4?
10-4.
Stanley, is everything all right?
Sure. Told you I'd be home for dinner.
Who's he?
Oh, just a tale they put on me.
Well, what did they say?
Nothing much. They didn't have any evidence.
But they do suspect you.
Sure. They gotta do a lot more than suspect me if they want to make an arrest.
Well, you can't pull any big jobs now. They'll be watching you like a hawk.
Did you get the car?
Yes, but you don't have to take it. You didn't tell me what to get, so I told them we'd pick it up tomorrow.
We'll take it. I'll need your help and 2 cars to pull this job.
After what's happened, you're out of your mind. Oh, look, I don't want to be a waitress, but I don't want to be in jail either.
You're not gonna be in jail. All you gotta do is drive a car and mail a package. Police won't even know what happened.
As you know, there have been some safe jobs in the past few weeks. We think he's going to hit again.
Yes, I've heard about it, Mr. Matthews. But I doubt if you try ours. The only time the alarm doesn't go off is 9 in the morning and 6 at night when I open it.
We'd like to be overly cautious, and we need your help.
Certainly. Whatever you want me to do.
We've talked to the other owners. They've agreed to sprinkle fluorescent powder on the money. It's kind of like marking them. It'll show up in the criminal's hands under certain light.
Well, I do have some money in the safe, but it's mostly jeweled.
You won't hurt him.
Well, glad to be of help.
I'll have the lab boys come over and fill you in. Thanks very much.
The Highway Patrol was tailing Wright around the clock. 4 days had gone by, and there was nothing unusual to report, except Wright's periodic use of a cab instead of his own car.
Your friend is still out there.
Yeah, I know. Hello, will you give me the number of the church on Highway 14, please? 6283, thank you.
Stanley, will you please tell me what you're up to?
The church is going to help me get rid of that tail. Hello? What time is your next service, please? 11:30, and how long does it last? Thank you. It's 11 now. This is going to work fine. Oh, you got the box?
Sure. Has enough postage to go to China.
Well, it's better to have too much than not enough. Oh, listen to that cab, will you? I told him to be here in a few minutes.
Why the cab?
Because we need both cars. That's why I've been taking a cab all week. Now that I really need one, they won't think anything about it. Now, when I leave, you go to that street in back of the church and wait for me. I'll duck out the back way.
How are you going to get enough time to get into the jewelry store?
Well, if everything works all right, he'll be waiting outside for me when the services are over. That gives me 45 minutes. That's more than enough time.
But then what?
I'll tell you later. Wait for me, will you? I'll be about 45 minutes.
Did you lose?
Yeah, all he'll see is the back of a lot of necks. Let's get going.
.1422 to headquarters.
Go ahead, 1422.
1422, follow the suspect to a church on Highway 14. Cannot see him inside. He may abduct me.
Stay there. Keep in contact. 10-4?
10-4.
Stakeout can't be sure whether he gave him the slip or not. The church is pretty crowded.
How many times did he use a cab in the past week?
4 times.
We were wondering why he was using it. Now he's hoping we're not wondering anymore.
And we can assume he ducked out of the church.
Yeah. Get an APB out and his wife. She could be involved. And I want units to cover every safe he could hit.
Right.
Around.
No, that's why I picked Sunday. Look, it's 11:35 now. Give me 3 minutes to get inside and 15 minutes to open the safe.
18 minutes.
And exactly that time, you drive by. Now, if the alarm goes off, don't let it throw you, because it's going to go off when I open that safe. But I can get out of there with the stuff in less than a minute. It'll take them 5 minutes to get here. 18 minutes.
You think of everything, Stan.
I have to.
All set?
Everything's covered except the Herbert Jewelry Store. Take us about 20 minutes to get there.
He's going to hit. It's 2 to 1. That'll be the place. He didn't pull those small jobs for his health. Any other units nearer?
The other units covering the other safes, we're the closest.
Let's go. Drone Company report on the Herbert Jewelry Store alarm sounding. Have all units converge on area. I'm on my way. 10-4. Establish roadblock 10 miles north and south of Herbert Jewelry Store on Highway 14. Stop every vehicle.
1422 to 2150.
2150 by.
1422. Church service is still going on. Should be over in about 15 minutes.
He ducked you. There's no doubt about it. Couldn't be anybody else. Stand by.
10-4.
Can't have missed him by more than a couple of minutes. Let's go.
You're under arrest, Mr. Wright.
282 to 2150.
2150 by.
Have apprehended suspect's wife at the package at corner of Pine and Elm.
Hold there, we're on our way. 10-4?
10-4.
2150 to 1422.
Mr. Wright? Highway Patrol. We'd like to question you.
What's the matter? Another safe been robbed?
No, I just want to talk to you.
Always glad to cooperate with the police.
There's my car.
Just a minute. Here you are, buddy. I won't need you anymore.
Just a minute.
All part of the service?
That's right.
Enjoyed the sermon, right?
Fine. Should have heard it.
Let me see your hands. Green light.
Fluorescent powder's used for a lot of things, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, it sure is. It's all over your wife's hands in the package you didn't get the mail.
Honey, I knew it wouldn't work. I told you we couldn't get away with it.
You should have stayed and listened to the sermon. Take him away. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, reckless driving doesn't determine who's right, only who's left. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state laws. In the United States today, a major crime is committed every 11 seconds. Even isolated areas cannot escape this fearful toll, and men of the Highway Patrol must constantly protect even a lonely railroad way station. To Betty Fisher, tending a remote flag stop and depot for the railroad is a quiet, peaceful job. But even here, there can be violence and murder, especially when nearly $1 million is at stake.
It's okay, Lou. Not a soul in sight.
Keep your voice down. Come on. The woman will be inside.
I still say this job is too big for just two of us. Should have brought some help.
Look, I've spent weeks planning this. I've got it figured right down to the last detail. Any more help would only get in the way. Now, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
I keep still understand it. Don't say a word.
What do you want?
Shut up.
Let her alone. She'll behave.
Who are you? What do you want?
Sit down, lady. It's a long wait. 92 minutes to be exact. That is when the train's due, isn't it?
The train? Answer him.
Listen, lady. Let's get one thing straight, right from the word go. If you want to stay alive, you do like I tell you. You want to die? Well, I can fix that, too. Told you to stand over there. You know why we're here. Sure you do.
Oh, no,
You know, all right. I'm telling you now. You lost this out. You're gonna die.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll tell him. Yes, I'll tell Mr. Matthews. Yes, thank you.
Tell me what?
That was the division dispatcher at the railroad yard. He said he was just checking.
I don't blame him. That train coming through here's got $750,000 on it. Small bills.
Yeah, payroll money for the government. I'm surprised they're shipping it by train.
They won't next time. Once they get organized, they'll use an armored truck. Have you got the schedule with you?
Yeah, right here. I laid it out on the map. Cross the river here at 0600.
Where'd you put it now?
Right about here.
That train's got to pass a lot of isolated way stations. You keep on it. $750,000. That's a lot of loot.
Sure is.
Look, I'm going to the dispatcher's office. Call him. Tell him I'm on my way.
Right.
What are you going to do?
You going to tell her? Why not? You think she can stop us? I've made quite a study of your way station.
Fits our plans perfectly.
Your plans?
You're isolated here, miles from the main road. What's more important, there's a sharp curve in the track. Very sharp curve. And a switch.
What are you going to do?
In an hour and 10 minutes, a train will approach from there. It'll pass on these tracks. It'll be traveling at considerable speed, and under no circumstances must it be stopped. Those are your orders. The train mustn't be stopped. Now for the right time, say, just before that train were to approach, we were to throw this switch. But you've thrown that switch plenty. You know what would happen. Push that handle and the train leaves the main tracks and goes roaring off onto the side. Push it again. It'll go right on by. Nothing would happen. But something will happen, lady. Something big.
Stand by, Station 6. Mr. Matthews.
Yeah?
6 reports a car parked across the street from the depot. It's been there all morning, 2 minutes.
This is Matthews. Get me Highway Patrol headquarters. Keep this line open. I'm at the depot.
Normal, routine number of passengers.
Put Williams on.
Williams.
There's 2 men in a parked car by Station 6. Check them out fast.
Right. 2760's in that area now.
Send them. I'll stand by.
But you can't switch a train to the siding. It would crash. It couldn't make the curve.
Too bad.
People will be killed. Don't you see that?
What do I care about people? Nothing's going to stop us now. I don't care who gets hurt or killed. People on the train, you, anybody. When that train crashes, there'll be confusion.
Confusion?
And that's all we need. 1 minute. 1 minute, and we get what we came for. And if it's locked in, we can take care of that too. But we get it. And that's all that matters. We get that dough.
What's the report from 2760?
2760's at that 1020 now. .2760 reported. The car parked at Station 6 has been identified. The occupants are Secret Service agents on duty.
Stand by. We're checking every station.
Gentlemen, please. Please, you just can't let the train crash. You just can't.
You want a bet, lady?
Get your call. You answer me.
It's the division.
Answer. Keep your voice quite normal. No tricks.
Lou, you gonna let her talk?
Certainly she's gonna talk. What are we keeping her alive for? Everything's got us out on the up and up.
Station 9.
Mike, Betty, where were you, outside?
That's right, Mike.
I'm checking the whole line. Is everything all right? Betty? Betty, is everything all right? Betty, check in, please.
I'm checking, Mike. Everything's okay.
You better stick close. Number 80 is due to pass you in 65 minutes. It's reported on schedule. All right?
I'll stay close, Mike.
You got the special orders, Betty. If I don't get back to you, call me as soon as the train clears your station.
I understand. Oh, Mike.
Yes?
What about my lunch break? I'm due out for lunch at 12.
What's that?
Never mind, Mike. I'll go out to lunch later. Oh, I've got to check out now, Mike. Goodbye.
Betty? Betty! Betty! That's funny.
What is?
About her lunch.
Oh, what about it?
Betty never leaves the station for lunch. She brings it with her. Picks it up at Pop Conway's store on the way to work.
So today she's going out to lunch?
Yeah, today of all days, I have to think about when she eats.
Pop Conway's, you say?
Yeah?
She picks up her lunch at the store, takes it with her. Is that right?
That's right. Pop Conway's general store. It's right on her way.
Get me Highway Patrol headquarters. Where's the train now?
Just past Junction 61.
Put Williams on.
Williams.
This may be nothing, but I want some information from a guy by the name of Conway. He runs a general store in Area 10.
I know the store.
Now check and see if there's a man near there. If there isn't, give me the exact ETA on arrival. If it's more than 5 minutes, have the dispatcher call him and tie me in from here.
Want me to call you?
No, better than that. Get here as soon as you're through.
Listen to me, please. If you switch that train to the siding, there'll be a terrible accident. People will be killed.
I'd advise you to relax, lady. You got nearly 55 minutes to wait.
But they won't have a chance. The train will crash on the curb.
Look, lady, will you please sit down?
Do you realize what you're doing? There are passengers on that train. They'll all be killed.
Who cares about the passengers? Except if they help add to the confusion.
Why, that's murder. Cold-blooded murder.
Lady, it's $750,000. Sit down, lady, before you get hurt. I told you to stay put.
What for? You just said we had nearly an hour.
Right. I wish you'd get away from that desk. That's railroad property.
Look, lady, if you're so concerned about this railroad property, just wait a while. Oh, you'll really see some railroad property take a beating.
Get back to the door, Ellis. We don't want to be surprised by stragglers.
Hey, what's this? Hello? It's their lunch.
You told the division you were going out to lunch, didn't you? Answer me, didn't you?
Let me go!
You want to get hurt, really hurt?
Oh, please, let me go! Let me go!
Now, you tell me. What's going on?
Let me go! Let me go! Oh, let me go here!
Carrying $750,000 in payroll currency, a speeding train roars through the lonely countryside. Less than 45 minutes away, two men wait for that train. And they wait with a deadly plan.
I'll ask you just once more. If you were going out to lunch, why did you bring it with you this morning?
I told you I forgot I had it.
Now, don't lie to me.
I'm not. I swear I'm not.
I'm warning you. Don't try and cross me up. I don't care about you or anybody. You know how long I waited for this train? What I had to do to find out where it would be running? When it would be carrying money? Now, you get on that phone. Call the dispatcher. Tell him you forgot you brought your lunch. Get on that phone before I kill you. And watch it.
Dispatch office.
Mike?
Yes?
Mike, it's me, Betty.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right. I found my lunch, Mike. I forgot I brought it with me.
You sound funny. You sure there's nothing wrong?
No, there's nothing wrong, Mike.
Number 8 reported. The train just passed through their own schedule. You're the next station.
I understand.
I figure it'll pass you in 40 minutes. Got that?
40 minutes.
Now remember, Betty, that train's important. As soon as it clears your station, call in, okay?
Yes, Mike, okay.
You heard her. She sounded all right to me.
I don't like it. Her station next?
Yeah, in 40 minutes.
Can I stop the train before it gets to it?
No, not now. It's on the spur. There's no station between Betty and the train.
Any phone system on the train?
Not on the spur, no. There's not even a highway leading in. Not through the cuts in the mountains.
3170's on his way to Conway's store. He'll call in, then he can proceed to the way station.
How far is the station from here?
On the line?
By car.
It's a bad road after you pass town. It'll take maybe a half hour.
Oh, that double talk about lunch still bothers me.
She sounded all right on the line just now.
According to the map, we're still closer than 3170. We can get there first.
All right, come on, let's roll.
You heard what the dispatcher said. The train will be here in 40 minutes.
That's Betty's voice. She's got her key open.
The train will pass here in exactly 37 minutes. Only it won't pass.
But if you throw that switch, the train will crash on the siding. I know it will. And people will be killed. You can't kill innocent people, not even to get the money.
Relax.
You know I'm going to throw that switch, and I know. Now all we have to do is relax. Sit down and wait.
How much time have we got?
36 minutes, and the train's right on time.
We've got 6 minutes to spare. Come on, don't call it.
Headquarters, bye.
We're proceeding to railway station number 9. Have 3850, meet us at that 1020. Have 3170, stay 1 mile below at junction 40. Alert the emergency crews. Do not approach the station. 10-4?
10-4.
I make it about 11 minutes more, Lou.
Okay, lady. Sit over here.
You heard him, lady. Now move.
It's better. Now you sit there till it's all over, understand? If you make one move, if you do anything at all.
Please don't do it.
Not one move. Do you understand? Not one move.
Minutes?
10. We have nothing to do now but wait. You know exactly what to do?
Sure I know.
Repeat it.
What, again?
Yeah, again.
Oh, Lou. All right. At 1 minute, I go down to the siding to where about the express car will stop and you stay here.
And if you need the acetylene torch to get the money, you use it. Go on.
And if I need this, I use it too.
How about the passengers?
Forget them. I get the dough and meet you by the car.
And what about her? You leave her to me.
It'll still work. All we need is 2 minutes. If we can hold off until the crash, they'll have to help the passengers. It'll still work. No, I'm going to blast my way out of here now. It will work, don't you see? If we can hold off until the crash, there'll be people hurt. The cops will help them. They'll have to. Lives are more important than money to them. We can make our break for it while they're helping passengers pull them out of the wreck. All right, let's go. I'm going to need you. Let's go. Hey, cop! Cop, I know you're out there. Now, you listen to me. We got the woman in here. You want her alive? You stay where you are. You hear me? You try and stop us, and she gets it first. You hear me, cop? She gets it first.
This is no time to fool around.
They got us surrounded. I'm gonna blast my way out.
Betty, throw the switch!
I can't! The switch is open, but I can't get to it.
She's coming out, cop. She's coming out that door, but I'm coming out with her.
You haven't got a chance. Come out fast with your hands up.
I'm coming out that door. But you try and stop us. Try anything, and she gets it first. You understand? You understand?
Oh, the switch is open. The train will crash.
Betty, do what he says.
That's smart, real smart. What was that?
You're tired.
One more shot and she gets it. You hear me? One more and she's dead.
There's two of us. You might take one, but you'll never take us both.
I'll kill her.
Sure, you'll kill her. Then what do you got, dead weight? Can you use dead weight as a shield? You got two choices, him or me.
Or her.
Try it.
The train! Stay where you are, I swear I'll kill her.
Jump, Betty, he won't kill you, he doesn't dare.
You think I won't?
A dead weight's no good. Jump, Betty, jump! All right, let's try a shot. Let's see who hits the deck first. Betty, get the switch. Now everything's going to be all right. Let's go. Highway Patrol next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross or your community blood bank, not on the highway. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.